Costa Rican junior tennis gains momentum with Korneva's ITF victory. Alexandra Korneva lifted the trophy at the ITF J30 San José this past weekend, capping a strong performance that highlights how local tournaments here serve as early markers for young talents eyeing bigger prizes, including the junior draws at the Australian Open. The Armenian teenager's victory came just days before the calendar flips to a new year, drawing attention to Costa Rica's role in nurturing the next generation of players on the path to Melbourne. Korneva, 16, powered through the draw with few hiccups. She opened with a straight-sets win over a qualifier in the first round, then dispatched her second-round opponent 6-2, 6-1. The quarters saw her edge a closer match, 7-5, 6-4, setting up a semifinal against a local wildcard. That Costa Rican player, who earned her spot through national merit, pushed Korneva in the opening set but fell 6-4, 6-2. In the final, Korneva faced American Mildalyn Lim and sealed the title with a 6-3, 6-2 scoreline. Her steady baseline game and sharp returns stood out, marking her as a player to watch in higher-tier events. This J30 event fits into the broader ITF junior structure, which ranks tournaments by competitive level to help players build rankings and experience. J30s represent the entry point for many, offering points to climbers starting their international careers. They sit below J60s, which demand more from participants, and J100s, where fields often include top regional seeds. Above those come J200s and J300s, the proving grounds for elite juniors. The pinnacle remains the junior Grand Slams, like the Australian Open's under-18 competition, where only the highest-ranked or most consistent performers qualify. Points from a J30 win like Korneva's add up, potentially opening doors to those major stages. Costa Rica hosts a solid lineup of these events each year, making it a hub for junior development in Central America. The standout is the Copa del Café, a J300 tournament held every January at the Costa Rica Country Club in Escazú. Now in its 61st edition for 2026, it draws top under-18s from around the world, with hard courts and hospitality that mimic pro conditions. Past winners have gone on to ATP and WTA success, underscoring its status. Beyond that, Costa Rica runs multiple lower-grade tournaments, including the J30 San José in late November and J100s in January and April. These fit into the ITF's global calendar, allowing players to rack up matches close to home before venturing farther. For locals, they provide exposure to international styles without heavy travel costs, while feeding into qualifiers for events like the Australian Open Juniors, typically held in late January. Several players from the region have parlayed starts in Central American tournaments into Grand Slam junior appearances. Take Mexico's Rodrigo Pacheco, who rose through the ITF ranks to become the first from his country and Central America to hit World Junior #1 in 2023. He competed in Copa del Café draws early on, using the experience to sharpen his game before tackling the Australian Open Juniors. El Salvador's Marcelo Oravolo, now a doubles specialist with Grand Slam titles, cut his teeth in similar regional events as a teen, building the foundation for his pro career. Closer to home, Costa Rican juniors show promise despite the country's limited resources compared to tennis powerhouses. Lucia Gallegos, a 17-year-old from San Jose, holds a spot in the ITF Junior Top 900 and has represented her nation in team competitions. She reached quarters in local J30s this year and earned wildcards into higher events, gaining valuable representatives against foreign opponents. Julian Lozano, another rising talent, made noise in boys' draws, pushing seeded players in the Copa del Café qualifiers. Nicole Alfaro Solis, who dominated national rankings for 6 straight years, transitioned to college tennis in the US after strong showings in ITF juniors here. She played in the Billie Jean King Cup, proving Costa Ricans can hold their own on bigger teams. Adrian Quiros offers another example. The former top-ranked under-18 in Costa Rica won ITF singles and doubles titles as a junior, including local events, before heading to Boston University. His path illustrates how these tournaments build confidence and rankings step by step. Even historical figures like Nicholas Kalogeropoulos, born in Costa Rica to Greek parents, drew from early training here to win junior Wimbledon and French Open titles in the 1960s. Events like the Copa del Café have also launched non-locals who later shone at the Australian Open Juniors. American Sakia Vickery claimed the girls' title there in 2012, then competed in Melbourne's under-18 draw the following year. Noah Rubin did the same on the boys' side, using his Copa win as momentum. Catherine Bellis, another US player, triumphed at the 2014 Copa del Café at age 14, then upset pros at the US Open months later and appeared in Australian Open Juniors. Argentine Juan Martín del Potro played junior circuits including regional stops before his Australian Open junior runs and eventual pro breakthroughs.